Welcome back, future nurses and present nurses, and we're glad you're here. We're going to jump right back in. We've got a little bit of a student services presentations to give. It's information that the registrar is going to want to talk to you, and you'll be hearing from the Office of Student Affairs. And then we'll be dividing you into groups for your program orientations as well. And then lunch will be right after that, and we're looking forward to, well, I'll be back in a minute, but for right now, here is the registrar, Mr. Edward Graziano.
Hello. Hi, happy Monday, everyone. So I'm not going to take up a lot of your time as most of you have already registered for courses. But however, for those of you who have not registered for courses, if you need assistance, please feel free to contact our office. We will be able to walk you through the process. But please make sure that you have your username and password and you are able to log into our Banner self-service portal where you register for courses, and that you have no holds. If you don't have your access or if you have a hold, take care of that first. You will have plenty of time to register. In your schedule, for those of you who need to be registered, who still needs to register, there is a room, I think it's called Computer Lab 3. We are not there, we are in our office, and I'll get to that in a minute. So if you do need help and you have no holds and you have access to the portal and you want to come by for help, please feel free to come see us. If you don't come today, you still have time to register. Feel free to email us at registrar@downstate.edu. We will send you a step-by-step instructions on how to register. So it doesn't have to be done all today. So you do have some time, but please take care of what you need to take care of first. Where are we located? We are located in BSB 1-114. That stands for Basic Science Building. But forget that. We are the office next to the Chase ATM machine. That is the only Chase ATM machine in this building. So it's a monument. We are the office right next door. We share that office with the Office of Financial Aid and the Office of Student Affairs. So it's a one-shop stop office. So if you ever need any of those offices, Registrar, Student Affairs, or Financial Aid, just go to the Chase ATM and we're right next door to that machine. HIPAA. All students are required to do HIPAA during their first terms. You will be assigned a HIPAA module to training online to be done probably by 2 to 3 weeks from now. So please look out for that email. Especially for the nurses, you have to do that before you can start your clinicals. So please watch out for that email. It's a 5-minute training and it's all online. On Banner Self-Service, the portal that I was mentioning before, on the student homepage, there is another link that says Student Data Form. That form is basically just emergency contact. It is also required, so please make sure that you complete that. You will get an email reminder if you haven't, and you want to do that this semester because a hold will be placed for the spring of 2025. So just watch out for that email, and when you get a second, just fill out that information on the Banner Self-Service homepage that's labeled Student Data Form. If you go home and it's 10 o'clock at night, you need to reach us, please feel free to reach us at registrar@downstate.edu, especially if you need help for registering. If you can't find a class, you don't know where it is, you need help just managing the portal, just feel free to email us, contact us. We will walk you through the process. We have a step-by-step email that we can send out, and it's pretty simple. But the Banner Self-Service portal is pretty much basics, same portal that I'm sure you all have worked in your undergrad colleges or your other college experience, so it's never a big issue for students to maneuver. But in case you can't find anything, we are available. As promised, I am not taking up a lot of your time, so I would just like to end by saying welcome to Downstate. And I would like to now introduce Patricia Napolitano, right? Assistant Vice President of Student Affairs, and Dr. Jeffrey Putman, Vice President of Student Affairs and Academic Affairs. Thanks, guys.
Quickly, if there's anyone who has not had your ID picture taken yet, one's getting up.
Excellent. Hi, everyone. My name is Patricia Napolitano. I'm the Assistant Vice President, and here to just give you a couple of quick tips. Hopefully, all of you picked up a handbook when you came in today. If not, there's still some left on the tables out there. In there is some really important information that I want to point out. First is all of our policies and procedures. Pretty much any question you might have, you can probably find in this handbook. There's also a whole section about the School of Nursing, College of Nursing, so it's important to review that so that you understand about progressing in the academic programs and all of that. So again, definitely use this handbook. It's also online. But our goal in Student Affairs is really to make sure that we're here to support you. So if there's one thing that you remember out of all day today, it's studentaffairs@downstate.edu. That is our email, and we monitor it. And if you have a question, if you're not sure where to go, who to ask, who you're supposed to make sure and check in with, it's studentaffairs@downstate.edu, and if we can't answer the question, we will make sure to connect you with the right office who can. So please make sure to use that email. We're really here to support you and make sure that we are able to help you achieve your goals and dreams of being graduates from SUNY Downstate. So really make sure that you're not suffering alone. Things happen, problems happen, and we're here to help. I also wanted to bring up, if you are someone who has received accommodations in the past, whether it's extra time on exams or taking your exam in a different location, please make sure you still need to apply for those accommodations and submit documentation for that. So if that's something you had at your previous institution, you will need to submit it to us. And you can do that through studentaffairs@downstate.edu. And we'll make sure that that is reviewed so that we can provide you what you need to be most successful here. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Putnam.
So the one additional piece is for those of you who have your own health insurance, whether that's through your parents, through an employer, through someone else, you have a right to waive the SUNY Downstate health insurance charge that's on your bill. Many of you have done that already, but if you haven't and you're having difficulty or you need the link to do the waiver, please again send us an email. I'll repeat it again. You repeated it many times. You can send us an email at studentaffairs@downstate.edu and we'll send the link to you. If you have requested a waiver and you got an email from the insurance company saying your waiver had been approved and it's been at least 24 hours since you got that email, then send us an email and we'll manually make sure that that charge gets taken off your bill. If you are taking our insurance, you're all required to have insurance. If you are taking our insurance and you need to access healthcare before you get the formal email confirmation, it takes them about 2 weeks to send it to you and to download your card. Again, you can send us an email and we'll manually activate you and send you the link to get your card. Your insurance would become active on September 1st and there is no waiting period, so you can access care right on September 1st. And if you have any questions about health insurance, you can stop by our office, as Mr. Graciano said, next to the ATM machine. We're all in the same suite. So once again, thank you all for choosing Downstate and welcome again. And I'd like to reintroduce Mr. Skylar Hook, Director of Student Life.
And now I'm here as my Director of Student Life, not just your chaperone for your period while you're here. I'm not going to be yelling at you, you're in the wrong spot right now, because I'm going to tell you about where you should be, which is at the Student Center. Granted, all of you are here, and we're so supportive of you as academics studying nursing. It's terrific that you're here. You really are heroes in my eyes. I've got nurses in my family. It's an extraordinary profession, but academia is very hard. Nursing school is very hard, and I just say, please, every one of you needs to make sure you're giving yourself one night a week, I hope, where you don't have to be a nursing student, where you can just be you, and you can stream something, or you can take a yoga class, or you can come to the gym in the Student Center. Give yourself a minute to breathe, because mental health, it's a big factor of mental health, is just stepping away, play with your dog, play with your kids, play with, play a video game, a jigsaw puzzle, whatever you do. So part of my job is to make sure that we're facilitating that. So here are the opportunities the Office of Student Life has. We do commencement, we do orientation and commencement, but in the interim, we do a lot of other things. The Student Center is right across the street. It's the low building. You have to go through the arch, which is under the scaffolding, and you'll have to show your ID to get in. If you don't have your ID, they'll send you across the street. We don't have the guest passes at the Student Center, but if you've forgotten your your ID that day, you can come across, and where you came in today and had your bag searched, they can give you a guest pass for the day, and they can come back and use that to get into the Student Center. We have a really nice weight room. One of the nice things about COVID is that we didn't use a lot of activity money because people weren't here, and a lot of the virtual activities weren't using a lot of money. So we really upgraded the weight room. It's a beautiful weight room. We've got Stairmasters, treadmills, ellipticals, free weights. We've got a number of machines. There's a squash court. There's a sauna. We have foosball table. We have ping pong table. We have a pool table. There's a tennis court. There are 2 pianos. We also have meeting rooms if you want to have a study session, or if you want to get a study group together, et cetera. There are meeting rooms. A lot of our clubs and orgs have reserved them early on, but during the day they're usually pretty open. So if you want to have a group of people just come in and hang out and hunker down together. In this weather, you're going to want to be doing it outside, I know, but it's going to change, sadly. The Student Center is hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., and Sundays from 3:30 to 8:30. Evenings and weekend hours are completely student-run by our student staff and student managers. So if you qualify for work-study, which you can do that through the financial aid office, we are always looking for people. It's a great opportunity. Many of our shifts allow you to get a lot of studying done while you're at the desk. In the evenings and things like that, but sometimes you have to work an event. We had paint night this week, and everybody was helping out with paint night. The gym does close half an hour before. There's a locker room and a shower room. Granted, the building was built in 1969 in the very glamorous urban fortress style of architecture. And it also shows that it's a 1969 building, so it's a communal shower, but there's locker rooms for men and women. You'll laugh, the weight room has it's very narrow, and it has very slight grade to it. In 1969, it was built as a bowling alley. It lasted for a year or two as a bowling alley. In fact, our archive, I'm trying to find in the archives a picture of the bowling alley, and I can't find any because within 18 months it was converted into a weight room. If you are married or partnered, if you bring your marriage certificate or proof of documentation for that you're partnered, your partner also has a free membership at the gym. And if you have children between 5 and 18, they also have children's memberships, youth memberships. If your child is under 5, we cannot have them in the building. And under 12, you cannot you can't drop them off. But 13, we have a kid who comes in and plays pool. He's one of the med students' kids. So they have an off. You just have to show the right paperwork, and you can do that. The information desk at the Student Center is on the one flight down. We've got some great programs coming up this month at 4 o'clock tomorrow, which is after your first day of classes. There's an ice cream truck. We have a coffee house later in the month. We have trivia night coming up. End of the month, we have we do stress relief weeks. It's often in conjunctions with the med school exam periods. However, nursing seems to have exams regularly, so make sure you make use of our stress release weeks. We do like a fitness classes. We do yoga classes. We do fruit. National Chocolate Milk Day happens during Stress Relief Week this year. So we'll be having chocolate milk and chocolate chip cookies at the main desk. We're having puppy night, so you can come in and have a puppy night. So you'll be getting emails from myself and or Adam Bergman, who's the director of the Student Center. And those are the fun ones. You'll definitely want to open those. They keep you abreast of what's going on. We have about 70 clubs and organizations, and nursing programs do have clubs. A lot of the individual programs have clubs. A lot of the med school has clubs that you may all be interested in. There's an activities fair on September 12th, which is 2 weeks from this Thursday. September. September 12th is the activities fair. All the groups, clubs, and activities have a fair. This is in the gym. They all got tables. Come and sign up for the book club. Come and sign up for the volleyball club. Volleyball meets every Thursday night. Volleyball meets Wednesday night. Badminton meets Thursday nights. So come. We have a basketball intramural program, which will start in October and go Monday nights through March, or the finals in March. We have a Thanksgiving dinner, which will be the Monday, 10 days before Thanksgiving. We have a lot of your faculty will come and serve Thanksgiving dinner to you. Tickets will go on sale in October just because we have to have a count of numbers early on. It's $5 for the first 2 weeks that we sell the tickets. And it's a great event in the gym. We sell 350 tickets eating turkey and stuffing and all the fixins, and it's doubling down on all that good stuff for Thanksgiving, which I loved so much. There's usually a winter ball or a spring fling. We have not determined yet what that will be, but it's a prom, as it were, at a location to be determined. We have craft nights. We just had a paint night the other week. You're all adults. That's one of the things that I love about working in a graduate institution. So we're allowed to serve adult beverages at some of our events. So like on trivia night, we'll usually have we had wine at paint night last week. So it's just, we want to make sure you have a little time where you're not nose to the grindstone. I also, being a New Yorker, it's so vital to me to make use of the New York City, what is here for your availability. It's extraordinary what's at our fingertips. I live here I've been living in New York City for 45 years, and I live here like a tourist. I'm at the museum or the Botanical Garden or the Bronx Zoo almost every week. I'm a big show queen. I go to all the Broadway shows. And so we are parlaying that into making tickets available for all of you. Coming up, we buy group sales. We buy them in advance, and they announce that tickets are going on sale on a specific time. Right now, I know for October we have tickets. We will have a limited number of tickets available, and they haven't gone on sale yet, so look for my emails and Adam's emails for the gold medal tour with Simone Biles and the gymnasts at the Barclays Center, and also the Broadway show Hamilton. Those are both coming up in October. We just had a Yankees game. We will be doing the Nets. We always have a Nets game. Last year we did the Nutcracker. I think this year we're going to do the Radio City Christmas show. So we want to make sure that you know that New York is really where you need to be, and while you're here, make use of it. I have too many students who say, I grew up in Brooklyn and I've never been to the Bronx Zoo. Well, go to the Bronx Zoo. Or actually, and now that the Prospect Park Zoo is reopened, I have to go check that out again because I haven't been there since COVID. Basketball mini courses, if you've got a skill that you really want to share, you'll be getting an email from me next week about if you're a yoga instructor or want to teach crocheting or knitting or squash. If you just tell me what you want to teach, how much you want to charge for it, how many weeks you want to teach it, and we'll do all the rest of it, and you get all the money. So keep an eye out for the mini course email. Right now, we do not have a campus bookstore. The campus bookstore manager retired after 30 years, and so we're working on an online bookstore for Spirit Shop items, things, T-shirts with the name Downstate, but we are just on the process of getting an approved Downstate sweatshirt. It's just a great gray Downstate shirt that says Downstate Health Sciences University. It's applicable for all programs. And we will be selling that through, for a limited time. You can order it ahead, pay for it ahead, and then pick it up at the Student Center. But we're hoping by, I'm going to say November 1st, and then if I'm early, that's great, to have that online Spirit Shop so you can order fabulous Downstate Christmas presents for all of your family. There is food insecurity is a real issue, and we're very supportive of it. We have a food pantry next to the guard's desk in the Student Center, so you don't have to come in and go downstairs. It's outside my office. Sometimes I'll scream, what do I need to buy this week? Remind me what I need to get. We try and keep good, primarily like, produce has been hard because it's hard getting it here because we work on donations. If you happen to be at Costco and can't use 60 ramen, but know you're going to use 30 of them, you can drop the other 30 off, and we'll put them in the pantry. But otherwise, we have ramen. We try and keep up noodles and pasta sauce, tuna and canned chicken, lots of beans, corn, canned vegetables, cereal, oatmeal, things that we get donations, and we get cash donations, and that's what we purchase. And if you think we're missing something, let us know. We're making sure that you have food, and the pantry is open all the time that the Student Center is open. So Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. and 3:30 to 8:30 on Sunday. I'm almost done. As I said, our evenings and weekends are run by student workers. So if you qualify for student work study through financial aid, we'd love to have you come and work for us. Nursing Council. The head of Nursing Council is probably they had exam week last week, and he didn't check in. But the Nursing Council is this terrific organization for you to give really quality feedback that actually makes a difference. There is a university council here as well that all the schools are part of. The Nursing Council president is part of the University Council, and they take your concerns to University Council. The reason we have City Bike on 3 corners of the campus is because of University Council. It happened because of you. The reason we have a food pantry is because of University Council. So if you think needs need to be done, take them to University Council. They also have a wonderful coffee hours, probably 2 or 3 times a year, where they serve coffee where they schedule it so that it's between classes, and you can leave messages and give suggestions to University Council directly. But the University Council you'll be hearing from, hopefully some of you will want to be on Nursing Council. College of Nursing Council they meet once a month. Everyone is invited to attend. There's usually food at the event. And you can come and people come and give. The people who are on Nursing Council have a direct pipeline to the people that can actually make changes. So they were not available to come today because it is the first day of classes, but if you have any questions, I am available all the time. My office is right next to the guard's desk in the Student Center. Stop in and say hello. I'm going to mention it again. You'll be getting an email from me tonight, but it will actually be a Qualtrics link to a survey about today's orientation, last year's orientation. We've had several changes this year. We didn't tweak it enough. I'm sorry that we're running a little late, but we're making up the time now. But we had to add, the active shooter was a mandate added this year, but your feedback is so important to us, and it's an accreditation year for the College of Nursing, so we're very interested in making sure that you're all happy, and so make sure that you fill out that thing, and as I said earlier, it's not a bribe, it's a prize, but there are 3 Amazon gift cards being given. It'll go out to so the survey will be in your inbox, downstate.edu inbox today, and open it, fill out the form. It'll take you, oh my gosh, here's Jake himself. That's wonderful. This is Nursing Council, so I'm going to take a quick back pedal. Anyway, fill out the evaluation, send it if you don't want to leave your name because you're telling me how awful everything is. You don't have to leave your name, but if you want to qualify for one of the prizes, please leave your name. And we'll be in touch on Wednesday or Thursday with the names, and those will go. And I'm going to jump in. I'm going to have Jake come in. Since I've just introduced Nursing Council, I'm going to have him give a quick overview before Violet. Sorry, Violet, you're on pause. Jake Britton is the current president of the Nursing Council.
Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, I know you guys have been here for a while. My name's Jake Britton. I am your president of your Nursing Student Council. I just want to start by saying congratulations to you all. This is the first of many accomplishments you'll have over the next 15 months while you're in this program. So you've put in a lot of hard work and dedication to get to this point, so can keep that up and continue it. So a little bit about the NSC. So we're here to support you with whatever you need, especially during this transition back to school. Aside from different community and campus events that we partake in, one of our main roles is to be your voice and to advocate for you. So whenever you need help, please do not hesitate to reach out to any of the members on the council. You also will have a representative directly for your program that if you're having issues or you're just unsure about something or you have questions, you don't know who to go to, you could reach out to them. They could help you, point you in the right direction, but we're really just here to support you with whatever you need. So please feel free to reach out to me or to anyone else. So I do want to be honest with you guys. The next 15 months are not going to be easy. This program is very difficult, so that's why I say please please utilize the support that the NSC wants to give you. This program truly does live up to the name of being accelerated because you hit the ground running and it just keeps building from there. It's going to require a lot of hard work, a lot of patience, sacrifice, and honestly, a lot of time management, so please get good with that. But there may be times where you may have to give something up. You may not be able to go out with friends or family on a night because you have a huge exam, or you have a lot of work, or you have something for ATI due, or it's summertime and you're in class all summer and you want to be at the beach and it's beautiful, but you're in the hospital. These are sacrifices that for the next 15 months, you have to make, but you have to think the light at the end of the tunnel. It's going to be worth it. This is just a very short blip in what your career and your journey as a nurse will be. This program is very special to me. My cohort has become like a second family to myself, and they will forever be a part of my life. I encourage you all to support each other because that is one of the most important things that's going to get you through these next 15 months of this fast-paced, rigorous program. I hope you can find over the next few weeks that you have found a new family here yourselves, just like I did back in my first fall semester when we all got to first know each other. It's even more exciting for you guys because we had to get to know each other on Zoom. You guys get to do it in person, which is awesome. I was only meeting half my class at a time in clinical settings, so it's very exciting. But as a nurse, you're going to impact the lives of so many individuals, sometimes in ways that you're never even going to know. And throughout this program and throughout your career as a nurse, please remember that your actions, no matter how big or how small, will make an impact on your patients' lives, and you have the power to make a positive difference. Now, I'll leave you with a short story. So I work at a small urgent care clinic, and about a year and a half ago, I had a young man come in, and it was a basic routine exam. We were just talking. I do the intake. I do a lot of nursing duties there, so we were just talking as I was doing the intake. He was telling me he was looking into accelerated nursing programs. he was telling me all these programs. I didn't hear Downstate, and he wasn't sure what he wanted to do. So I started telling him about this program. And he was like, oh, that's awesome. I'll look into it. Fast forward a year and a half later, I bring back a patient. It's a physical for college. I look at the form. It says SUNY Downstate. And I look at the patient. I go, oh, my God. I'm like, that's my school. You're going to love it. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you. And he looks at me. He's like, I don't know if you remember, but we talked about 15 months ago. And I looked at him, and then it clicked, and it's like, oh my God. I was like, I do remember this. So we sat there, we had this conversation, 5 minutes maybe, just about the program. Never thought I would see this individual again, because I see hundreds of people in a week at this clinic. And those 5 minutes that I took to talk to him made a difference in his life. And now he's here along with all of you. So just think of that, especially when you're in clinical settings and when you start practicing. Everything you say and do makes a difference, no matter how big or how small. So, congratulations, and I look forward to working with you all for the next few months, all right?
Okay, and now I'm going to introduce you to the head of Library Search Research Management Services. The library is right across from where you were getting your ID picture taken. Here's Ms. Violet Price.
I have to laugh this year because I'm short. And this year, I told the group earlier, I have a step stool, I have a platform to stand on to make me taller. So I'm appreciating this moment. So Calvin, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome again. And I'm not going to keep you long because it's right before lunch. And I know y'all ready to go to lunch, aren't y'all? So, on behalf of the library, we wish to welcome you again at the start of your new program. And just so you are aware, yes, we do have a library. We are in existence. We are available in open door format. You are welcome to come in and visit with us in person during staffed hours, or you can utilize us remotely. If you utilize us remotely, that just simply means that you are able to access our resources electronically, as you would if you were here on campus. Some things for you to know briefly. Our resources and I'll show you really quick where you can get them. If you just come here to where it says education and training, oh, come on, you don't want to work again. So here, this link, Education and Training. When you click here, you'll see our link, the Medical Research Library of Brooklyn. This link is going to, of course, take you to our page that's going to show you a wealth of information. Am I going to go through it right now? Absolutely not. But I'm just going to show you where you can get the information from. Here, this link where it says Information Resources, this is an A to Z listing of resources that we currently subscribe to. You have access to these resources, and you are able to see what may be applicable for your programs. I'm not going to go through all of them right now, but when you get a chance, you can look at them and see, what's there. If you have any questions about utilizing any of the resources, you are welcome to come in for our assistance. You're also welcome to schedule an appointment. Most students have hectic schedules, so we do schedule appointments through Zoom and Teams, and we try to help you as best as possible. As I always like to share with the groups, if you need help, please do not wait. Come in, let us help you. We don't know what you need unless you come and tell us what you need. And we are here to help you as much as we can. We do have interlibrary loan. Interlibrary loan is a service that will allow you to borrow, not borrow, but request. Why am I having such a hard time with that word? Request resources that we may not subscribe to. So any journal articles, if there's a book chapter that you need, we can put in the request for you. But interlibrary loan use, all you're going to do is click on that link, come to this page. If you do not have an account already set up, because we do have some students who were previous students and come back, if you have an account, then you would just go and log in as you would. If you don't have an account, there are instructions here for you to follow to be able to set up an interlibrary loan account. Please note that your interlibrary loan account service is free. You do not have to pay for the article request. You do not have to pay for anything that you do request. If you choose to want to borrow a physical print item from another institution, we will get that for you, and it would charge out the same way as you would if we own the book on campus. You are then responsible for that book, which means that if you return it late, there is a fine. If you damage it, there's a replacement fee. So you do have those services available, that service for interlibrary loan available to you. Some other things that you want to take a look at is our service hours. It'll tell you exactly what time we are open in physical, for the physical location. We do have holiday hours, so if you happen to be on campus during holiday seasons, upcoming holiday seasons, please always come here to refer to the schedule to see if we are going to be open or if we're closed. Any questions that you may have, you can always look here as well, and you can dial the numbers that you see in our staff directory. It was mentioned earlier about work study. Work study is available. We are looking for students. If you are interested and you have money in your financial aid that's available, please come over and talk with Portia Hercules, and she will be able to tell you more information about that program as well. One thing I will tell you, physical layout of the library, if you come into the library, you will encounter our first floor, second floor, and our lower level. Our lower level is an area that's more quiet study area. You can go down there, you can study, spend as much time as you want as they're open. If you are down there as well as any other place in the library, please secure your belongings. Please do not leave anything unattended. Please make sure if you are down there and you are by yourself, that you pay attention to your surroundings. As I shared earlier this morning, people are peopling, okay? And, sometimes you gotta pay attention, to your surroundings. Please pay close attention. The first floor of the library is the information commons area where you can gather, you can do group studies, you can congregate, you can talk, you can laugh, there's a little eating area that you are welcome to utilize as well. The second floor of the library is more quiet space. So you can go up there, you can, do your quiet study if you prefer. There are carols, there are other seating areas for you to be able to utilize. Study rooms are upstairs as well. In the study rooms, you must have at least 2 people with, to check out the study room. Please pay attention to your study room hours. If you check out, it's a 2-hour time limit. There are people who need to utilize that space, so we ask that you just be mindful of the study rooms. Please also keep the study rooms clean, because honestly, if you bring food in there and it stays in there and we don't know it's in there, we wind up with rodents in our offices. So please, we just ask that you dump your trash and just rid of it. Anything else that we can share with you and help you with, please do not hesitate. We welcome your questions. We welcome your suggestions. And one last thing, your textbooks. Please always make sure you check to see what textbooks we have that may be utilized in your coursework. We have a wealth of textbooks that are available for your programs online. So before you go out and you don't do the mad hysteria, oh my gosh, I have to pay this. Always check out our website first. Again, welcome. We wish you the best, and we hope to see you soon. Take care.
And now, here's Vanessa Vales-Lewis. She's the Assistant Director of Academic Support Services and Advisement.
My name is Dr. Vanessa Vales-Lewis. I am actually one of the staff persons for the Office of Student Academic Services. You can see here, there's a picture of our staff. We are a very small office. We have 5 individuals, and I will briefly go through who we are. We have many offices throughout SUNY Downstate, but in general, our main office is located in the Health Science Education Building in room on the 6th floor, room 6-027. We have here on the left Dr. Langley, who is our Associate Vice President of the Office of Student Academic Services. We also have Dr. Susan Kane, who is the Senior Assistant Director. Myself, I am actually your assigned counselor for the College of Nursing. So I'm also an assistant director, and we have Mr. Cromie, Mr. Nicholas Cromie, who is another assistant director. You probably have interacted with Ms. Saying Lee. If not, you will probably be interacting with her. She is our office coordinator who will be, doing a lot of things such as setting up our appointments with you all and as well as administering the SSI. So a little bit about our office and what we do. We work with you to help strengthen your learning skills and strategies and learning behaviors that are going to be successful for you as learners. In general, we provide academic counseling, tutoring, and scheduling, and we are also a learning resource guide. So Ms. Violet Price just went over the library resources you have access to. I do encourage you all to make sure that you are using those resources, or you're at least combing through it over the next couple of weeks to figure out what you have access to and figure out what works for you. If you're still having difficulties, we can definitely help you figure out how to navigate the best resources as well, too. Some specific services that we do provide for students, anywhere from individual learning plans. We will be talking about the College of Nursing ASP, and as well as how it affects the College of Nursing Action Learning Plan that we do with our students. We do weekly dedicated study planning, as well as working on study skills such as effort regulation, learning memory strategies, test prep, and time management strategies. Time management was brought up earlier because I believe this is actually one of the places that a lot of students struggle with, especially when you're making a transition into a high-paced curriculum. And as well as we do have a lending library, so if you are interested in utilizing any of our medical resources that are beyond the library itself, you can definitely set up an appointment or just stop by. Ms. Saying Lee does have access to other supplemental resources you can check out and borrow as well. In terms of how we work with students to help them become their best self as a learner, we talk about both bottom-up processing and top-down processing. We always want to make sure that you are referring to your curricular materials and engaging in knowledge acquisition. So that includes going to lecture, going through your learning objectives, making sure you are up to date on your readings, and making sure that you are engaging in your weekly quizzes and using them both for pre-lecture assignments and post as well for feedback. Then there's a top-down processing. So for instance, maybe lecture materials are not enough. Looking at supplemental resources that you have access to, whether it be through SUNY Downstate's library website or any other resources that can help you with knowledge retention. And again, one of the resources I do use with my students a lot is access to Stat Pearls. I will provide a QR link in the next slide for you to understand or to be able to have access to Stat Pearls. So for instance, if you are prepping for any board examinations, this is a great resource to have access to. Take out your phones and scan that QR code. So Downstate actually, your College of Nursing faculty actually worked out a really great institutional rate for this resource. And again, this is that supplemental resource I'm talking about. If you want a little bit more practice, if you want to engage in more orientation, if you want to see the information presented differently, this is a resource that gives you thousands of questions that you can do, and it carries you through the program. So for $40, you have access to Stat Pearls, and will give you access to not only just the classes you're taking now, but a year subscription for any classes you'll be taking in the future and in preparation for any board examinations you'll be taking. So I definitely do recommend you check out this resource. And if you do check it out, you do decide to get it, please use your institutional email to sign up. And if you are still trying to figure out how to navigate it, you're more than welcome to set up an appointment with our office, and we can do a quick walkthrough with you. So in terms of other ways we do get involved with helping you all understand who you are as learners, if you haven't done so already, you should have completed an SSI or a study style inventory that was emailed by the admissions office during the summer. Did everyone complete one? So that should be coming very soon, so please check your emails, because that will be coming. When you do take the SSI, you will receive your individual analyses during a subsequent study skills session. So I will actually be meeting with you all in a session to go over your SSI results. And then after that meeting, if you still want to fully understand how the SSI applies to you, or if you want to obtain specific feedback, you can always reach out to Ms. Sayingley to set up an appointment with our office. In general, the SSI is a self-report instrument designed to assess college students' cognitive orientation and their use of different learning strategies for medical education. So the SSI is based on a general cognitive view of learning strategies. This is just an example of the type of report you'll be getting for the SSI. And in terms of how we use the SSI and how it relates to academic counseling, we look at some major themes, such as resource management, effort regulation, metacognition, self-regulation, time management, and knowledge organization, and as well as cognitive and metacognitive practices. How well are you as a rehearser? How well are you at elaborating? And then last but not least, affect. How are you with test anxiety? Depending on your scores for your report, you may want to set up an appointment with us to preemptively work on some of those study skills, and we do have strategies to help you work on them. Now, we do preemptively work with nursing students who are eager to learn about themselves as learners, but then we also get students who may be referred to our office, maybe due to having academic difficulties in their classes. They may have failed a course, they may have failed an exam. In terms of understanding the grading parameters for your program, it's very important that you take a look at the College of Nursing part of the handbook, and especially when it comes to grading. Because quite often, depending on the degree program you're in, for the ABSN, it's about a 75% to matriculate, and as well as if you're doing any of the DNP programs, it's roughly what? Who knows what the grading is for DNP to matriculate? No DNPs in here? Is it 80? So it's different for each program. So understanding what it takes to actually be able to move on from course to course, or even within your course, is going to be key in your success. Now, the other thing too as well, what if you're not doing well in your courses? So your professors may refer you to our office to receive academic counseling and to work on some of the components that were highlighted in the SSI. So if a student hasn't done well on an exam, they may come to our office. The professor has completed an academic success plan with them to kind of determine what's going on. I receive a copy of that ASP when you set up an appointment with me, and then we review your ASP and you complete an action learning plan with us. Now, in terms of making sure that you all get the best experience, you want to make sure you set up your appointments as soon as possible if you want to be able to guarantee yourself some form of success and being able to implement any strategies. You want to give yourself time to implement any of the recommended strategies. So making sure that if you're referred to our office, following up, and then making sure that you complete your ALP process with us, whatever the recommendation will be. In terms of understanding yourself as learners, in our office, we do try to use the 4 steps for learning success. I'm not going to go too in details with them, but what I want you to understand that in order for you to really be able to see yourself as successful learners, you have to be able to prioritize. I know that was brought up a little bit earlier about making sure that we understand what it is that's in front of us, eyes on a prize, especially for some of you who are in an accelerated nursing program. Everything's going to be really fast-paced. So in terms of determining priorities, your priorities now are very different than your priorities 6 months ago. And the biggest thing that we do help students with, especially in the College of Nursing, is figuring out your time management through those priorities. So what's top, middle, and low? And we do use the 4 steps of learning, which is identification, orientation, organization, and verification, to be able to really determine what are those priorities. Now, when to seek counseling. So I want to, draw a fine line between what is considered student counseling versus what is considered academic counseling. So every student can self-refer themselves for academic counseling, but there are times that academic counseling may not be enough for a student, and it's important to be able to determine what are the next steps. So for instance, this triangle on the right that you see here is the Bloom's taxonomy triangle. And this is actually the triangle that governs your course objectives, your syllabi, your weekly learning objectives, and even your lecture objectives. And you can definitely take a look on Google and see exactly what that looks like for you in terms of level of rigor, being able to perform, what are the expectations for your courses. This is what we follow as academic advisors to help you climb that Bloom's taxonomy triangle. Now, in terms of student counseling, sometimes there may be issues that come up, or you may have a lot of things happening that may be affecting you as a learner. And that's when we will refer, and that's us telling you that you probably need to go and speak with student counseling. So if you're having any issues at home, quality of life issues, housing issues, sometimes, we may be experiencing temporary stressors, and we don't know what to do. Definitely reach out to student counseling for that, because that's not something that academic counseling can do for you all. And I believe the email for student counseling is counseling@downstate.edu. So very simple. You can also take a look at their website as well, too. So there's a famous saying, you got a Maslow before you bloom. So that's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And then you have Bloom's taxonomy on the right. We want to make sure that you're taken care of as a student in all types of ways. And welcome to Downstate.
I'm about to turn you over to the amazing faculty that you're going to be working with to begin your clinical orientation and stuff like that. The academic advice, the program orientation will follow that. But we've had to have some room changes, so just make note. If you're in the RN to BS program, you're actually going to be in Lecture Hall 1B. If you're in the doctoral programs, any of the doctoral programs, you're going to be in Lecture Hall 1A. That's right next to where you got your lunch, or where you got your breakfast, and where you'll get your lunch after that. Accelerated nursing will stay right here, and all of the master's programs will be going into Lecture Hall 1. Your staff folks will be, your faculty members will be taking you there, but just know that the rooms have tweaked. I also listening to Vanessa speak, I'm going to throw in an extra prize for filling out the evaluation. The fourth prize is going to be, I will pay the $40 for one person's stat pearls. So what you'll just do is when you sign up for it, bring me a copy of your receipt, and I will reimburse you for that. So that'll be the fourth prize. That will be part of one of your prizes for paying attention. So now I'm going to turn you over to the extraordinary Joanne Ritter-Totel. She is going to guide you through your orientation and academic beginning. Welcome to Downstate.
Thank you. So nice to see everyone here. Oh my gosh. I look forward to our 1, 2, 3 years together for the BS to post-BS DNPs, our accelerated students who are here 15 months. Those post-DNP students or post-baccalaureate DNP students, raise your hand. You're with us for 3 years. So we'll be together, and all of the relationships that we will develop. Okay. First, I feel like I'm in the spotlights. I wanted to start off by welcoming and doing a quick introduction of some of the faculty that might be in the audience. Many of us teach across programs, and so we get to be with each other. So I'm seeing that Dr. Barbara Kitchener is back there. Barbara, stand up, Dr. Kitchener. Everyone, Dr. Kitchener is the director of the RN to BS program. She teaches in a lot of the undergraduate, and she also is the faculty support for Nursing Student Council. So you'll be meeting with her. Next to her, I see Dr. Jean McHugh. Dr. McHugh is the chair of the entry-level program, and she teaches throughout the accelerated program and makes valuable contributions to all of your learning journeys. Other faculty? Do I have other faculty? I see Latrice. I'm saving the best for last. Oh, there they are. Okay, who's up there? Dr. Kathy Bradby. I see her all the way up at the top. Dr. Bradby is the the program director for the nursing education program. So and she does a lot of crossing, teaching across programs, so many of you will come in contact with her over the 1 to 3 years that you may be here. And she is also our Sigma person, so when I get to Sigma, Kathy, Dr. Bradby is the support faculty for that. And I see Dr. O'Hagan Murphy over there. She is our chair of our accelerated program. Of our advanced level program, excuse me, and all nurse practitioners will be working closely with her because she's also over the master's program. Do I see Dr. Shafaros back there? Dr. Shafaros is our program director of the DNP program. So anyone again, these are important faculty leaders that even if you're not in the DNP program, your names will be, their names will certainly hit your radar screen. And then a very important person, Latrice, you must come down into the row here a little bit. Ms. Latrice Solomon is our coordinator of clinical affiliations and helps get you set with your clinicals and where you'll be going. Really important person that you will be communicating with regularly over your time here with us. So Ms. Latrice Solomon. Okay, did I miss any other faculty here? It's hard to see everyone. Okay, so there we go with our welcome and staff introductions. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, and there is a beautiful photo of our recent graduation where we're all going to be on Cody Island when you finish your degree studies. That's always such a great day. Okay. I think I'm going to really just move over this quickly. Our on-site orientation, again, I think you've been hearing from all of us what a wonderful opportunity is for us all to meet. We're so excited that we're bringing some of the undergraduate classes back to campus. There are two programs that are upcoming that I want you to put on your radar screen. The white coat ceremony, and that's a really important ceremony for our accelerated students, our nurse practitioners, and our nursing education students in their first year. So usually we have that in October. Do we have a date on that yet? October 22nd. So mark that on your calendar. If you're first year, that's a really special ceremony where you don your white coats, and it's really a special day, and we have that ceremony in here. I don't know, do we have the award luncheon date set for December? Usually, and that's really not for anyone in this room, although everyone is invited to attend, but that's for our students that are leaving us in December. We have an award ceremony. Okay, another big important date that's going to be on campus and all is going to be the hubbub is the Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education, otherwise fondly known as CCNE. This is our accreditation year. Every 10 years we get accredited, and or 5 years at the, I think in the College of Nursing, 10 years at the university. So the week of November 18th through the 21st, The surveyors will be here, and they'll be reviewing everything as it relates to the running and operations and academics of our program. Lots of preparation has been underway on that. A CCNE self-study packet will be distributed to many of you, and many of you may be involved in meeting with those surveyors. So that's the week before Thanksgiving, November 18th to 21st. We've always done very well in that program. I don't want to jinx us, but we've always done well with our surveys, and we intend to do that again this year. I did want to acknowledge, and I just remembered, two folks that are not in the room. Many introductions is Dr. Marie Claire Roberts. She's my partner in crime. She's the Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. She introduced this morning, if you were here, or earlier this afternoon, about 10:30, I think, this morning. She was here to introduce and give you greetings. She's a wonderful faculty member, and also very responsible for running and organizing the CCNE preparation that we're doing. And also Dr. Lori Escalier, she's our dean. You'll be hearing her name throughout your stay here. Dr. Escalier is a national nursing leader. She travels a lot around the country. She's on every major national committee that there is to organize and advance nursing throughout the country. But she's not here today because she had a little granddaughter yesterday. So we wish her the best. But she's a fabulous dean that will care about all of you. She's the best boss I've ever worked for in my life, and we're lucky to have her. Dr. Roberts wanted me to tell you that based on student feedback, we have improved and enhanced our academic advisement approach this year. And so in the next week or two, you will be receiving notification from probably the program leaders of who your academic advisor will be for, and I'm not sure of the duration, if it's a whole duration of your program or the duration of the year. But again, that information and approach will be coming. All designed to, once again, help you move through this very intense program. It's, you've heard that over and over again, and there's so many supports that we've set up to help you be successful. Okay, who talked about compliance and training? It was, that was discussed earlier today. There is a link that you are going to get through the email. Now, that was quickly passed over, very quick. It's a 5-minute, 10-minute test study that you should do related to compliance and HIPAA training. That is extremely important. So, accelerated students, raise your hands. You're all over here. Okay. You are going to be starting your clinicals. You are the first out of everyone in here. You are the first up for clinical starting, I think the first week in October. You're 5 weeks, 6 weeks in simulation, and then you go out to your first clinicals. You're going to need your HIPAA and your compliance training certificate for that. So when you take that training, please print off the certificate, and then you'll be submitting that. You'll be hearing lots and lots more about this, but you'll be submitting that to Latrice Solomon. So the important thing is to take the test as soon as it comes, do the training, complete the test, and print off the certificate. Now, for all of the other folks, our RN to BS start their clinicals in the spring semester. I think you have community. And then our nurse practitioners start next summer, is the first clinicals, and the post-baccalaureate DNPs also start your clinicals next summer. So that's a long way from orientation, because this certificate is coming in the next couple of weeks. So I just remind you to take that test, conduct the study, take the test, and then print off the certificate and save it, or because you won't have to submit it until sometime next year in the spring semester in preparation for beginning your clinicals in the summer. And your faculty folks will be, I'm sure, giving you a lot of information about that, but that's an important thing for you to remember. Okay, academic integrity, big important thing for us at the college and in every university right now. In all of your classes, we ask our students to commit to academic integrity. There's a commitment letter that everyone needs to sign, and there's new guidelines, if you will, for using artificial intelligence, AI, okay? Can't just go to AI and ask them the question that's on your assignment and have, ChatGPT produce the paper and submit it. Can't do that, okay? You're in a very important learning phase of your career, and so the papers have to be in your own words. So really, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, but need to inform you that artificial intelligence, things like ChatGPT, are not allowed when you're writing papers and other assignments. So that's the important thing. More you'll hear on that in every syllabus and class introduction. Okay, next thing to really talk about is this is a high-level overview of the clinical clearance process. Most important for the accelerated students right now, but everyone's going to have to deal with this who goes to a clinical site. Unlike any previous work that you've ever done, you're in healthcare now, and everything is very, very highly regulated. And the purpose of clinical clearance is to ensure your safety, ensure the patient's safety, and ensure the organizational safety of that clinical site that we're going through. So organizations get really testy if you don't have all of your clearance documents completed and done for when you go to clinicals. We manage that. You don't have to download everything, but you do have to send things to Latrice Solomon. And actually, we have College of Nursing clearance emails that many of our faculty or staff have access to. So while Latrice plays a key role in helping you get cleared and assigning your clinicals, you send it to a College of Nursing clearance email, which again, you'll get more information about that. Just stay at the 5,000-foot level right now. The documents that you're going to need to have are one, you're going to need to have a BLS or ALS training from the American Heart Association. So if you don't have that, you need to take a course in that and have that training. God forbid you go on a unit and, as accelerated nurses in the nursing program and, a patient codes in front of you, and that could happen. You want to have some basic training and to know what to do there. Student malpractice insurance, now that's not nursing insurance, that's malpractice insurance, student malpractice insurance, and again, more information will be coming to you related to what is in fact needed. Castle Branch, we need a background check. Of course, healthcare organizations don't want anyone in there that hasn't had a complete and cleared background check, so it's really very important that you do that. Okay, Castle Branch also 10-panel drug screening. So some of you have a prescription or for marijuana. I just need you to know that marijuana is tested in the 10-panel drug screen. It's required because it's still required by the organizations. So if you have a prescription, that's fine, no problem. But if you don't have a prescription, you need to be very mindful of when you take that 10-panel drug screen, because if you come back positive, if the test comes back positive, then you're not allowed to begin clinicals. That's a good thing to ask Student Health Services if you have any issues with that. Again, there's that number 5 is that training certificate. Number 6 is that Student Health Services clearance form. Now, the document that you get is multiple pages. Again, that is health protected information. So as Dr. Percival said, don't send the whole thing because that's, again, personal information. Just send the 2-page clearance form with the signatures from Student Health Service to us, to those College of Nursing clearance emails. Okay, flu and COVID vaccine, again, most important for the accelerated students because you're starting in October. Yes, you can go over here to get your flu shot. If you wait, the hospitals and the campus start their flu season like in late September, early October. There are flu fairs that may be too late for you. I don't know when those dates are yet. They have not announced that. So you may either want to go over to Student Health Service or you want to go to your local pharmacy and get a flu vaccination there. You also may need to provide your history of COVID vaccines. So make sure you still have that. And then for our accelerated students, this fit testing for N95, you could still wind up being exposed to COVID patients, right? In the summer that we've seen an uptick in hospitalizations, and there's you need to have an N95 mask, and we tend to do that in the simulation training. But other students, again, that'll be a while out, and we'll address that. But our accelerated students who are first up, just want you to be prepared for that. Once again, you don't have to do anything on that. Accelerated students, that is in the simulation lab training that you're going to go be having. Typhon, everyone is involved in Typhon. This is our system that we, you don't load your paperwork into here. Again, that's our office staff under the direction of Ms. Solomon. And Pat, is that you back there? Yes, there she is. Pat Johnson is our office staff that does, I recognize your yellow sneakers, thank heavens that you had them on. Pat Johnson does it for the entry level. You're going to be very much in touch with her in terms of getting these documents to her. She puts it in Typhon. There is orientation related to this system that you will have to do online. But be sure that you register for that now and make the payment and get that system activated. Again, accelerated students, really important to do that. Everyone else has a little bit more time. Okay, Dr. Bradby, all the way up there, is our president of Sigma Theta Tau. This is an important thing that you want on your resume. So I hope all of you aspire to become members of Sigma Theta Tau. And last year, the original meeting that occurs during this academic year was in October. I believe it's mid-October, so this is last year's date, but I believe it's mid-October, and that will be coming out with from Dr. Bradby very soon. And then the induction ceremony, which is a really nice thing to attend, comes in April of next year. Again, a very important thing for you to have on your resume. And again, a membership on the the National Student Council, also that represents leadership, another nice thing that I think is good for the resume building and your experience. Okay? I'm not going to do anything more on Typhon right now because we're running a little bit behind, but this is a system that you will learn more about, and everything related to clinicals goes through this system. So today, we talked about faculty and staff introductions. We talked about those on-site events. The next one is the white coat ceremony that you definitely want to come to, and I guess the Sigma event is before the white coat ceremony. We have the CCNE site visit, which again, we're going to be everything good for our accreditors who will be on site looking at us. Academic advisors, you'll be hearing about that in the next couple of weeks. At academic integrity, please be very careful. Do not submit papers that come from ChatGPT. We have software that all of your assignments are put through, and we can tell how much was generated by AI, artificial intelligence programs. Sigma, we just talked about, and your clinical clearance. And now, we wish you the best of luck again, and you're going to go off to your rooms.